You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
It is November 9th, 2017. It is another episode of the Impact Implosion here on the AngryMarks Podcast Network. As always, I am Seth Frick, and on the other end is the porta potties to my no running water, Mr. Mike Pullen.
Oh, dear God.
Yes, you could have that was two of the problems with the building.
Yes, whenever you're running a wrestling show, you might want to make sure you have a working bathroom and, actually, maybe a couple of working bathrooms and some water.
Yes, unfortunately, this building has no indoor plumbing. Well, it does.
Way to go, Impact.
But the indoor plumbing's for the talent, not the regular people, so they got to use porta potties. Oh, and one merchandise stand.
Impact Wrestling, everybody.
A few people are gone again. Taya Valkyrie missed Bound for Glory immediately soon after we did this show.
She'll be back in January, though. They said it on the pay-per-view.
Bram's gone.
And James Storm is gone in coming weeks.
Yeah, he just lost the Loser Leaves Town match. Yeah, he's gone.
We'll get to that in coming weeks.
Yeah. Get to other stuff in coming weeks. Yeah, people are getting the hell out of there. EC3's contract.
Yeah, they're getting off the Titanic.
Oh, yeah. But Alberto's got a private locker room, apparently.
Because he's a star.
He's a star.
He's also a terrible person, but we talked enough about that over the summer.
Yeah. I guess we gotta start with,
Bound for failure,
this show.
With a build like it had, how could it not be bound for failure?
Yeah.
We talked about that plenty.
Yeah. But we start off with a X Division 6-way match. The same match they had on Impact, but for the belt. Also under Lucha Libre rules where leaving the ring is as good as a tag.
This was probably the best match on the show.
I did
like the main.
I like the tag title match.
That too. You got a few good things on here.
There were a few moments on that show that, I guess that match, you gotta notice the bumper stickers, and that would come worse later tonight.
Well, those belts look like they could be hood ornaments anyway, but.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hold on. God damn it. Someone had the results out of fucking order.
Oh, God.
I hate that. Damn it. Alright, fine. I'll go with 411 Mania. Fuck it.
Larry Zonka.
Yeah. Larry Zonka, not the guy, not the former running back Larry Zonka.
What team was that?
Miami Dolphins.
Him, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we had this match. Thank God. He is related to Larry Zonka, apparently, though. Stevie just told me. So basically, here's the problem with this match. Garza Jr. is obviously injured.
Yes, as we would know by Trevor Lee working on his arm each time that Garza was in there.
Yeah, but he's injured before I think he had like some arm injury or something going into it, like surgery or something, shoulder injury. So of course they work on the arm. Basically Xavier hit his finisher, but Sanchez stopped the pin. Petey hit a sharpshooter, but a Garza super kick stops that. It ended with Petey Williams hitting the Canadian Destroyer on Desmond Xavier, but Desmond throws Petey out and steals the pin to retain.
Trevor throws Petey out.
Yeah, Trevor. I meant Trevor, yeah. Trevor steals the pin and retains.
We'll talk about what does Petey get in return. Well, he gets a title shot next week, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Then we had an extra match because, unfortunately, because Taya Valkyrie's visa issues, because, this company doesn't figure out that shit. We have Taiji Ishimori, or Tajiri Ishimori, as this fucker says. Versus Tyson Dukes, who we haven't seen on Impact since the early days of Team America. Team Canada.
Oh, yes, Team Canada.
Yeah, not Team America, Team Canada, my bad. Anyways, here's the problem with most of this match. I couldn't get into it. Yeah, Laurel Van Ness. They mostly were focusing on her.
All you need to do is you didn't even need this match to do it. You should have just gone right to Abyss and Grado and showed her in the crowd.
Just give a few minutes to some other matches. You really could have used it. You didn't need this match but Ishimori wins with a 450 splash. LVN's still in the crowd acting crazy. Grado tries to talk Abyss out of the match, or Joseph Park's in there, even though Abyss says he ain't there.
And then we get this next segment.
Well, we get Lamirda. Fuck.
This segment is weird.
And remember how they were promoting Lamirda being out there and saying that he's going to be here tonight? Then they act like, why is he here? The fuck? Because you said he was going to be.
Where's the Eli Drake button when you need it?
Yeah, where's the dummy yeah button? He said he was amazing and the man in his company. He was told that by everyone.
Of course.
But after pleading, crying, and suffering, giving all for this company and the fans, the cowards in the Bucks screwed him and betrayed him. I'm fed up. Betray me.
Accused of battery.
Because they have no balls or are backstabbers. They believed all the lies and read the reports, but did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing. He suspended me and stopped paying me.
Man to me.
And took my title.
Sounds like the plight of an innocent man to me.
Yeah. They betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world.
Shut up, Al Patron.
Yeah, he claims Drake's a paper champion. This company doesn't care about his kids. You don't care about your kids, fucker, or you'd still be with your wife. And the worst part, after proving them wrong, no one called or texted him.
Oh, yes, this part.
No one called. Where are you? Hey, JB! I thought you were my friend!
For 5 minutes.
You didn't call me!
But you shake my hand.
But you shake my hand now, and he says, I might make you a statement, JB. And then he says, maybe not. I will make a statement tonight. This was very bad.
This will be amazing.
This was a very WCW Nitro segment.
A Vince Russo promo.
Yeah, this was like Vince Russo, as if Vince Russo, or Eric Bischoff back in the day. Yeah. This was very WCW. Unfortunately,
trying to be a shoot, but it comes across as just,
doesn't work.
It was awkward.
It was. It was very awkward. Then Grado. Then we go to, of course, after that, Oh, yeah, by the way, the fans were chanting for tables as they were talking, while he was talking to Jeremy Borash.
Good job, Ottawa.
Yeah, good job, Ottawa. And, then Grado or Abyss, or should I say Alley by the title graphic.
Nice job.
Yeah, they called Abyss Alley on the graphics. It was hilarious.
I have a lot of things wrong with that. It's funny, but I can think of things wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. Poor Abyss.
Boy, Alley got ugly real fast.
Yeah. Then he smells fear. He likes to go ahead and dance. Go ahead and dance.
And
What kind of man competes in a fanny pack? And then Grado dances and then attacks. And then we get probably the worst match tonight.
Ooh.
This match sucked.
It's the same type of thing we see with any of the Monsters Balls. Anyway.
No, but this was just worse. These were two guys who did not you had Grado in there who was not wanting to take the bumps, even though obviously he probably okayed it, but he did not want to take the bumps. You had Abyss fucking up on things. This was not a good match.
The only good part is when Laurel and Rosemary got involved.
Yeah. It was every Abyss match. LVN got low-blowed Grado and unprettied him for all the shit he did. And deserved.
And for some reason, Rosemary comes to Grado's aid.
Yeah, but then I was like, oh yeah, it works with Abyss, and tries to miss Grado, but Grado ducks and hits Abyss, and Abyss responds blindly by chokeslamming Rosemary onto thumbtacks. And then we get a roll-up for 2, but the bell rings.
The bell rings.
Yeah, false alarm though, thank God. Because that really would have been a bad issue. Grado gets black hole slam on the barbed wire, even though obviously it looks like he did not want to take this move. Very sloppy black hole slam.
And Abyss wins, and
Grado's gone.
I don't think we're going to see either of these two again.
Yeah, Grado's gone, thank God. Then we get an interview with James Storm and EC3 and Eddie Edwards. I couldn't understand because the audio was so bad. James Storm was...
That happened with the Grado and Abyss segment earlier, too.
Yeah, audio is just bad at these backstage segments.
Audio, terrible audio.
So, it's time for Team Impact versus Team AAA. And Dorian Roldan is out for Team AAA. By the way, Team Impact, EC3, James Storm, Eddie Edwards. Team AAA, Chocolate, Tejano, and Pagano. And
the Chocolate Cowboy and the Violent and the Hardcore guy.
The Hardcore guy sucked. Let's be honest.
Phantasma's pretty good though.
Oh, Chocolate's pretty good, yeah, but fucking Pagano out there. Pagano is the guy who makes New Jack look like Zack Sabre Jr.
Good God.
And meanwhile, the ref's out here looking like a complete nerd. Seriously, this ref looks like he suffered a ton of wedgies in high school. He's Zach on it.
Reminds me of like watching an old WWF house show where you have all the the state hired refs.
He looks like Jameson without the glasses.
Oh God!
Don't hit me!
You hitting me!
And then Pagano, for as much shit as he was bad, he was really bad in this match. He gets super kicked, thank God. And James Storm wins.
Kick his fucking head off.
Kick his fucking head off. This guy's fucking terrible. Kick his head off, please.
We're just gonna bury him and we're not gonna see him again.
Yeah, please God. Why did you need to bring Pagano? Bring somebody else. Instead of this
they needed a third man.
Literal clown. So
We
anyway.
had a literal clown before and he was terrible too.
Actually, no, we didn't. We had Crazy Steve was actually pretty good in his later years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyway, LA 5150 street fight. OVE versus LAX. Homicide gets taken out by their mysterious friend. OVE's mysterious.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Then there's some hardcore spots. Then the crowd responded with "We can't see shit," even though they should be able to see shit.
Oh, we're going to talk about Impact paying fans to go to their taping.
That's next. Yeah, we'll get that when we're done with this. We had Dave Chris now has a beard because they needed to look different instead of their hair color. Dave Chris now has a beard. I think Dave's
like Mikey Whipwreck.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of lovely planned superplex spot on the chairs. Except
I like
Jake's.
how they did like the two high spots of the match, like the powerbomb through the table and.
Oh yeah, on the outside, but inside.
All that like in a 30-second span, no time to breathe.
Well, let's talk about the in-ring spot.
Yeah.
The chairs, the superplex into the chairs. One problem: Jake Chris is the one who hit the back of the chairs instead of Ortiz. Yeah, Ortiz is the one was supposed to be superflex, and Jake Chris hits the chairs, all of them. He hits the chair. Whoops! He overdid it. Ow! And then unprotected chair shots in this match.
Jesus Christ. We don't need those, ever.
No, we don't. So Sami Callihan comes out to no reaction. And
there's Sami Callihan somewhere in there.
Yeah. You knew had heard of Sami Callihan was coming. But no reaction of the crowd. Crowd didn't know who he was. He throws something into powder into Conan's eyes. Slams Santana onto the ladder bridge. Puts Ortiz on the table with a pile driver. Throws him in. OVE win. Pins him. Retains.
And we haven't seen the end of this feud.
By the way, this is a double turn. OVE's now heel and LAX is now face.
We haven't seen the end of this feud because they're going to have a match next week, and I think they're doing either already taped or are taping a barbed wire match.
Yeah, they're doing a 6-person tag, and they're doing what the heck? Keep hearing that echo, that noise. As if a Mexican thing's about the Spanish running of bulls is about to start.
Run by Tito Santana.
Yeah.
Anyway,
knockouts, title triple threat matches next. Sienna defends against Allie and Gail Kim, and Sienna looks like a Crystal Peacock out here.
Oh, she should hang out with Dalton Castle.
Yeah. Okay, it's not you. I understand. It's not you. It's probably on my end. It's probably the many windows I have open because I have to look at multiple notes. And since Carly's no longer here, Santino Morel is in the front row.
For apparent reason, for some reason.
And Josh said Gail Kim could be the first Canadian to win the title in Canadian soil. Wrong.
Check yourself before you make stupid statements.
You're wrong. Yeah, Trish Stratus, his last title run before she retired. Her last title win was in Canada.
Ironically, exactly the way they went with this one.
Yeah, Gail Kim wins her last match with a botched defeat. Oh yeah, before that there was a botched. I don't know what Sienna does, but she threw Allie. She threw Allie outside, and she hit the
AK-47.
AK-47, and that was a botch.
And Allie landed badly on the steps.
Oh yes, she got fucked up.
And then they say that Gail Kim's gonna have comments this week. Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's next week. Yeah. But, it was all about Gail. But then Gail Kim has a 5-second celebration before we go to the back. Gail Kim's last match. Great moment. Would be a great moment if she won the title, have her with the crowd and stuff. Celebrate, but nope! We gotta get this shit done.
And we go to the back for a promo with
Dan Lambert. Tell his boys to get ready. Oh, Jimmy Jacobs shows up to no reaction. And Borash says, "Why are you here?" And he says, "You don't work here." And he's like, "That's what you think." and then leaves.
Why am I here? Because they just signed me.
And then Lambert and American Top Team come out to Lashley Franklin's music. And then Moose comes out, and Moose and Bonner come out to his theme, but his brother's singer, songwriter, and producer sings, you know his name. It sucked. He is terrible.
And the only good spot in this match is Moose doing the dive off the cage. Other than that.
Yeah, here's the thing. I asked American Top Team, one of your most dominant champions, Joanna, got knocked out the day before. So how did they feel? Then King Mo is bleeding in the middle of this match, and then then Bonner and Mo wrestle. This is horrible.
Which was weird.
These two
And then the ref was magically knocked out. I wonder how that happened.
And then American Top Team just walks in the fucking cage. Huh?
Oh wait, the ref got knocked out.
The ref got knocked out, and then American Top Team just, oh yeah, the door's unlocked. Oh, well, let's walk into the ring. Do. That fucking
the other ref
the door was not locked. This was not an escape by cage. So American Top Team just walked it, probably knocked out the outside referee, but they just walked into the ring and beat up on
wrestling, everybody.
Steel cage means shit. It's just they throw
it's just a prop.
They throw Moose out, lock the cage, so Moose has to do a nice high fly splash from the top of the cage to get back in, and then lose it. Get speared, loses.
Because they don't, for some reason, Impact does not know how to book Moose.
Yes, American Top Team is put over their own product. Congratulations.
Good job, guys.
And they're continuing to put this feud over. As you know, James Storm is leaving. That's why. The American Top Team's going to be why. But it's then main event time main event time as Johnny Impact takes on the defending champion Eli Drake. Oh, by the way, they still insinuate Impact's the Lucha Underground champion, which, have they not seen the show, he didn't end the show. The show's over. He's not the last champion. Pentagon Dark ended up the show with the championship.
Until they do another season.
They won't do another season. That's done, I think.
I've heard rumors that they're doing another season.
There was a good moment in this match, where Johnny Impact slid under the barricade. Like, completely slid.
Yep.
And you were like, what the fuck? Yeah, and then and then even Eli Drake's confused, so he goes over, he gets punched in the face. And at this point, you're really considering it the best match of the night. This really was a good match. It's
and
really
here comes Lamirta.
Lamirta fuck things up. Because of course it is. Here it is. Hi, I'm here to fuck up your pay-per-view. And he does fuck up your pay-per-view. He basically beats everyone up, puts even Drake. Then he puts Drake over Impact, and Drake retains. And, oh boy. That shit happened. And Eli Drake, they basically closed the show with that. And me apologizing to my friend, I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Sorry, you spend your money on this, man. Fucking sorry, man. This show sucked. Show was goddamn horrible.
Yeah.
And apparently, there was an actual backstage catering incident between Franklin and an unnamed X Division wrestler. Unnamed X Division talent complained about the food. Franklin saying, "Don't commentate. Your career has been short here, so don't complain about the food." Or then go buy his own food if he wasn't happy with that was provided. Yeah. And Franklin's response was pretty much well received. Yeah, that X Division guy might not have long.
Ah, boy.
Yep, you're fucked. Let's talk about some of the bullshit that was going on in the show. They had no running water. They had no bathrooms other than the wrestlers have bathrooms.
Oh. Imagine having to sit in the show for 3.5 hours.
Potties. You had porta potties should only be for dog parks, outdoor concerts, or
fairs.
What?
Fairs.
Or places where there isn't going to be a bathroom anywhere in sight. You know, a high school baseball game.
Or high school baseball or football game, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, porta potties should be there. Or, you know, just a regular park.
Yeah.
But Impact Indoor Stadium, we chose the one stadium that had no bathrooms for the public. They had to use porta potties. And they had one merchandise stand.
Good job.
And their first week at the venue, their first show, drew like 100 people. If you were wondering why this week they had the crowd dark, it's probably why. Also, of the tapings, yeah, so, also, you might want to mention this, Mike, about the paying people.
That's the most, yeah. We gotta pay, we can't draw fans on our own, we can't make money on our own, so we're just gonna pay people $50.
The casting agency put out casting for people that Impact needs cast members to be in the crowd with signs that they will provide mostly, and they will pay $50. Yes, this fucking company is going to pay people. Now
Impact Wrestling, everybody.
I know companies have done this before.
WCW.
But, not WCW. WCW didn't do that. Places like...
There were tapings in Orlando?
No.
Oh, really?
AWF back in the day, Wrestling Society X did it.
And that worked so well for those companies.
They're gone! Every company that did it, they're out of business.
Let's be honest, both those, WXX could have been good. AWF is horrible. I've seen some of that on YouTube.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, they did it. So, paying audience near Ottawa, need cash and hate yourself? Go become a non-union member.
You have disposable income.
You gotta be a non-union member and a not speaking role. We'll give you the tickets, but $50 per day of the work. Anyone 16 or younger must have a parent or guardian with them at times.
I was gonna say child labor laws, huh?
CVJ just said $50, he'll take it. But let me tell you something, Pete, Stevie. Yeah, you'd take it, but then you'd probably not you'd have to cheer or root for whatever. They probably wardrobe, casual
for Johnny Impact.
T-shirts, jeans, sweatshirts, and weekend casual clothes. You may be given signs to hold.
Cheers for Johnny Impact, everybody.
You'll get fired if you go into business for yourself, like Owens and Zayn did on SmackDown. They got sent home. There's a reason for that. So, yeah, they did that. Now Smith Casting has now removed that tweet. that tweet's gone. That they did that.
Yep.
But seriously, here's a company that really is desperate and cheap.
We can't even get fans to come to these shows.
Yep. Oh, and at the tapings, they announced Impact Wrestling is officially a Canadian company now. Canada ever do to you?
Now we can say blame Impact, not Canada.
Yeah. What did Canada ever do to you?
And on to Impact.
On to Impact, a show that probably was mostly 100 people. We are completely Canadian, but we're still going to have the opening that says Impact's in the USA. No, one ain't. Yeah, you have a channel on the USA that covers it, Pop, but that's about it. And as these two announcers are talking about welcome to Ottawa, welcome to the show, Josh is there with the biggest shit-eating grin you have ever seen. He's like,
the DDP grin.
Yeah, the DDP grin, and I legit thought there was actual black stuff on his teeth.
Brush your teeth, Josh.
No, it might have been just me. Might just been my imagination.
And they hyped two matches tonight, Matt Sydal versus Sanjay Dutt, and Eddie versus the GHC title match.
Or Eddie Edwards' defense against Chocolate.
And we're also going to hear from Eli Drake, and we're going to see Johnny Impact as well.
And Lamirda.
We're going to get to that.
But here comes our great and still champion, Eli Drake.
Eli Drake.
Christopher Adonis.
Who does the Rick Rude-esque entrance, or not
sit down,
promo.
show some respect for Christopher Adonis and your champion, Eli Drake. By the way,
and Chris Adonis still has no charisma.
I said no respect for Adonis, but all the respect in the world for Drake. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Drake says, Sunday I was like Babe Ruth calling his shot. And Sunday was perfect for one thing. Alberto.
Yep.
You think you've been mistreated this company? You may have been mistreated by this company, but you have been mistreated by me. So you have to work on that first. You have work to do to that first.
Problem is that Alberto's already beaten you.
Yeah. So Drake says because of the injuries, he suffered a concussion, some stitches at Bound for Glory.
He's not gonna wrestle tonight.
He has a night off, which is fine by
Katie Williams.
No one's left to challenge him. He said maybe this fat guy here, but nobody else.
JB.
And he says he's getting the hell out of Canada because this place is a dump. And by the way, while he's saying all this, they focused on his world title, which still has GFW nameplates on. You know, still a GFW belt, even if you got a giant bumper sticker on it. You gotta work more on that. So, yeah, he calls Canada a garbage. I'll leave Canada anyway. This is garbage. So here comes Petey Williams. And Petey's...
To the Canadian national anthem.
To the Team Canada theme.
Yep.
The old Team Canada theme. He's heard enough. He takes his anthem to Drake saying, no one's left for him to beat. He says, hey, you can leave Canada, but I noticed you said there's no one left for you to beat. You haven't beaten me yet, so why don't you put their title on the line against me right now? And Drake says, first of all, Petey, you better use your inside voice before I kick your ass outside. Secondly, we'll have that match, but not tonight. Maybe next week.
He said, didn't you just hear me say I can't wrestle tonight?
Yeah, he said, as you may not have heard, I have the night off.
Well, I'll fight you next week.
He says, I'll fight you next week. Then Petey says, okay, so management gave you the night off, but I didn't. Petey is about to come down. Adonis tries to play bodyguard, gets his ass kicked. Petey, he gets in the ring. Eli Drake attacks him for a bit. Petey gets the better of it. Is about to hit Drake with a Canadian Destroyer, but Adonis saves him. Yeah, we're saving that up. And then we're announced pretty quickly that next week that we're going to have Drake versus Petey Williams for the title.
Yay.
But before that, we see Impact speeding into the parking lot. He probably should get a ticket for that, and also illegally parking, because he's parked basically in he doesn't take a parking spot at all. He just shows up pissed. Dude, where's the police here? This dude needs a ticket. 2 tickets. Alright, you were speeding in a parking lot, and you illegally parked out there. You get a parking spot. You're blocking other cars. And here comes random Jimmy Jacobs. At least the crowd knows who he is this time. And he decides to take a selfie as an inside joke, and hey, I'll gladly join you for the next match. By the way, he leaves in the middle of the match because they're not talking about him enough.
And this match is actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, this one was pretty good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Seidel wins with their Shooting Star Press. Like I said, I wouldn't say great, but I did say good. But anyways, EC3 comes out for some reason, but he acts around the ticket saying, "Hey Seidel, you win, you win, you win." And then in the biggest moments, you fall short.
Joke.
You beat Franklin, and then when you have the world title, you had an X Division title match on Sunday. And what'd you do? You don't have the killer instinct, but I do. Matt Seidel challenges him to a fight, but EC3 says, you know, in another life, you could have been reborn a winner. By the way, there's a Bound for Glory series commercial with Taryn in it. Taryn Terrell. 2 promos. Bound for Glory was last Sunday, and Taryn left the company beforehand.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsies. Oops. Oops. SpaghettiOs. Also, another thing that I mentioned about, Gail Kim's little retirement and retiring with the title, not putting anyone over.
Of course. Gail Kim fashion.
Yeah, Gail Kim, that's the last 2 times she's left the company, didn't put anyone over, relinquished the title. Ricochet didn't appreciate Gail doing that. Said, you should put somebody over on your way out, which is funny. Yeah. And JB's like, you have no respect, which is funny as
shut up, JB.
Impact's actually trying to sign Ricochet. And then they disrespect him.
Ricochet is correct.
Yes, he is. Even the fucking Undertaker put somebody over on his way out. Even Steve Austin put over somebody on his way out.
Wait, who was that?
Steve Austin, he put over The Rock on his last match.
Also leaving.
Well, he was leaving a bit. He came back. He put over Goldberg on The Rock's way out. Also, and then The Rock came back, and he put over John Cena on his way out.
And Randy Orton. At 20, I think.
Well, that was, I think that was before, no, that was a bit before after Goldberg. Year after. Then he came back, and he helped, Mick Foley put Randy Orton over. Rock was just there. in the match, but Orton was put over. But yeah, people on their way out normally put people over. I know you're going to say Trish Stratus. It's company and said, oh yeah, she retired with the belt.
But there was a tournament like the next week.
Here's the problem. Trish had put people over for the belt.
Mickie James, it's earlier in the year.
James. Yeah. Mickie James. She had put over Mickie James for the belt. She had completely put over Mickie James at WrestleMania, by the way. At the biggest event of the year, she put Mickie James over.
Yep.
And yeah, and what'd you do for the title, your title run before this one? You relinquished it because you had a bad back.
Yep.
You didn't put anyone over, you just said, nope, I'm out. Taking some time off.
I'll be back when I feel like it.
Yeah. So fuck off, Gail. And fuck off anyone who thinks this is a good move. So anyway, GWN selling. We're going to show an entire match from the old days.
Because we didn't tape enough stuff.
Even though we just immediately have started these tapings. We are on day 4 of these tapings. And we have still 5 days to go. So we taped enough. But no, we're just going to waste time and have a Team Canada, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, and Pete Williams against Hector Garza, who's dead now. Amazing Red, who's retired. Well, not retired. He's still wrestling somewhere. And Sanjay Dutt.
New York, he trains people.
Yeah.
When did Hector Garza die? Because a friend of mine was asking me that.
He died a few years ago. I think he died of overdose.
Overdose, right?
Yeah. I could look that up right now as you can entertain the folks for a little bit.
Oh, that ought to be fun.
Oh, May 26, 2013.
Ah. Yeah, and I also pointed out that Garza Jr. is his kid.
Well, his nephew.
Nephew, yep.
Yeah. He died of lung cancer, actually.
Oof, lung cancer.
Yeah, he was undergoing chemotherapy. But yeah, no, he had been fired from Impact because of drugs.
Yes, because he no-showed a match with somebody.
Yeah, and so yeah, he got fired.
No, he was actually the substitute for Jeff Hardy that one time.
Yeah, and so no, he didn't, and he was actually going to be world champion. They were planning on that, but nah, didn't happen. So anyways, yeah, the face team wins this match that's lazily put together. And it's time for the Pro Wrestling Noah's GHC heavyweight title match as Eddie Edwards defends against Chocolate. And we're going under Wrestling Noah rules. This was a really damn good match.
Yeah.
I thought this was the best match tonight over the X Division match. I thought this was better.
Problem with the X Division match, it was a little long.
Yeah.
It had a weird commercial break, towards the end of it.
Yeah. Anyway, Boston Knee Party and Die Hard Implosion gets Eddie Edwards the win.
Yep.
And at this point of the show, I was like, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good show.
What could you do to fuck it up?
What could they do to fuck it up? Here comes Sami Callihan and OVE against 3 jobbers. Phil Atlas, Ray Steele, and Marcus Burke.
Marcus Burke.
So they do an all-seeing eye triple finisher move. LAX comes out to fight 6. They've cleared the ring of them.
And that will be it for the match. We have an alley match.
No, next we have Akeem Zane getting interviewed as the Global Forge winner. Promptly gets decked by Johnny Impact.
Hasn't he had a couple of matches on TV? I think.
I don't know, but he won Global Forged. He got decked by Johnny Impact, who wants Lamirda. Nice way of putting over the new talent. Then we get a Pluto TV rewind with some guy making fun of Roddy Piper and Roddy Piper hitting him with the hose or the fire extinguisher.
Oh, bro.
And
That's terrible.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, we got a guy who no longer works with the company, a guy who's passed away. Pluto TV, all these things are old shit. Shit that really doesn't belong. That we're like, oh, well, here's people from the past. Here's people who are no longer here in this company. So.
Just show a highlight from the pay-per-view that just happened.
Yeah, no.
What? No.
We go to BCW as Allie takes on Casey Spinelli. Why are we still doing Spinelli?
Yeah.
So, why are we still doing this shit on other companies?
Leftover.
Yeah. So, Allie wins with the Death Valley driver. Meh.
Death Alley driver.
That's nice. So anyways, here comes Lamirda in a red jumpsuit. He's looking like Run DMC or LL Cool J back in the day. Looking ridiculous and looking coked out of your mind. Oh, Lamirda's looking for me. Oh. We'll get to more of that shit later. So Allie is happy about her win. They talk to Allie backstage. She's like, I heard Gail has a big announcement next week. I hope she won't retire. Spoiler, she's retiring with the belt.
Yay.
So fight time between Impact and Lemire. Mackenzie goes to interview Lamirda. Lemire reading the newspaper and just looks at her and goes, well, what the? So Johnny Impact flies right in. Flies right in to jump him. Just flies right. Like, completely just jumps him. And they're fighting with catering, and I was like, I didn't know Impact had money for food.
Apparently they do. According to that one exhibition wrestler.
Who's still probably, and Franklin's. And then Braxton Sutter, who's there for some reason, even though he hasn't had a match in this taping yet, he's there. He gets Impact thrown into him, and then Impact, hey, I'm kind of like, what the hell, and Lamirda beats him up.
Something tells me that should have been the other way around.
And then they go outside, Lamirda beats up Impact, saying, that's my title. And then Impact fights back, and at some point, Lamirda turns purple. His face turns. He is fucking out of shape, isn't he? Motherfucker is out of shape. That's why he's in that goddamn jumpsuit, and that's why throughout these tapings, he's been wearing a goddamn t-shirt.
Oh no, he's Sting.
Yeah, Lamirda Alberto may be Lamirda, but his stomach is El Patron. Apparently. So, I see there's an ATM machine in the back, and then Lamirda climbs up the building into the only bathrooms that are available. And then John, he's like, oh, dude, I'm done, man, you ain't gonna. So Impact climbs up the vending machine, and and he fights, and then he's like, no, don't, no. Lamirda's trying to hold on for dear life, and falls 4 feet.
Yay.
And goes, it just falls on his feet and then takes a tumble.
And this brawl is dragging.
And Impact's like, oh, fuck that. I'm gonna jump up the top of that thing and do a high body press onto security and Lamirda.
And then they find their way up to Gorilla.
And to the ring. And at this point, Lamirda's more back in health. Mm-hmm. So, yes, the security breaks it up again. Then Lamirda's like, this company screws me! Again. I pay for your so go leave, security. And security actually legit thinks this guy pays him. This guy fucking pays their bills.
They're still terrible after all these months.
Like, do you fans want to fight? They say, see. Impact, get in the ring. So Impact gets in the ring, and then Lemire about to enter the ring, then leave. He's like, fuck this. And he's like, done and shit. And then Impact's like, you say you're the pride of Mexico, right, Lemire? You ain't even the pride of your own father. Oh shit, those are fighting words. Never bring up a man's father. Or at least say you're a disappointment to your father. You're gonna get an ass kicking for that. And that's what Lemire does, beats the shit out of him. He basically gets in there and just beats the shit out of Impact here. Security tries to break it up. Lemire says, I pay you guys, go away. And they legit start to go away, and then Lemire takes them out, goes back to beating up Impact, then refs break it up. I'm not kidding, security can't do it, but fucking refs can end this shit.
And that's the end of the show.
The end of the show, I give this a C. That fight went way too fucking long.
Yeah.
Way too long.
The last 20 minutes of the show.
Yeah. I understand that the fight seems like a cool idea, and it does, and it is. There were some good spots. The jump over the bathroom was funny. Was awesome. Lemire looking like a goddamn Run DMC reject. Funny. The fight, although poor Braxton Sutter, Caleb Conley, who haven't worked yet, getting beat up. Just because they're there.
We're here to get
and then Lemire beating the shit out of Impact for talking about his father. You legit got that coming, man. I know you wanted Lemire in the ring, but you're getting him in the ring, and you're going to get him to mostly kick your ass. You don't talk about a person's father, man.
Nope.
I've known that. Anyone else knows that. People get to a different degree
when we bring family into it.
When you bring family into it, they want to kick your ass. So I give this show ultimately a C. What'd you give it?
C. A solid way to start off these tapings, which will probably get worse as they go on.
Oh yeah, but at least this was better than Bound for Glory.
Doesn't take much.
Oh yeah. By the way, I think I gave Bound for Glory for a regular pay-per-view or show would get a D because there were some good. I give it an F. For Bound for fucking Glory, it was not.
No. And on that note, I have nothing to sell. Do you have anything to sell?
No. Miley, we are heading to bed.
Good night, everybody.
All right, guys. Good show.